Good morning, Sanbonani, and welcome back to my channel. I'm Raj from Howdy Bella. Yeah, welcome back. And I wanted to share with you, I just come back from the shops. I wanted to show you what I got before I sit down and do other things because so I just wanted to record this and show you guys what I got. I woke up this morning and I just felt like I miss doing some renovations, doing some decorating, but because I can't afford to do a renovation right now, the least I can do is a decoration. So I'm going to Polokwane very soon. So I wanted to get some stuff for Mohao's room and sort of like get her bedroom started. I saw these cushions and I just love them. I got them from Mr. Price Home. They were selling for, I think, 250, 279 each, which is a little bit much, but I just love the colors and I thought they would work very nicely with her bed. I love her bed, but I don't think I'm 100% sure about her bed color. But I saw these cushions and I thought, you know what, maybe I can make it work. The one thing I do love though is her curtains, and her curtains are floral as well. So I wanted to add in another floral because I think a lot of people are scared of color, but I'm not one of those people that are scared of color and I like to explore. So I'm hoping that when I get there, I'm going to make it work. I'm going to find a way to make it work. So I got these from Mr. Price Home for like 279 each. And I actually wanted to get an extra one, but I think I'll get that one when I get to Polokwane. And I also got her a duvet. So this duvet is from H&M. And I got a queen size bed because I couldn't find a double, but I do have an extra queen size inner that I'm going to use. So this was selling for $8.99. So this is actually the color of her bed. So I actually love this and it's going to blend quite nicely with it. And because I also have a quilt in this color and I have another quilt, I think in sort of like this green, so it's going to be quite nice and I can't wait to go and get her room started. I still have a lot of stuff that I need to get for her room, but I am excited that I'm finally putting myself in a position where I'm gonna get it done. So you can see it's gonna be like quite a nice combination, especially for a child, but it's not going to be too childish. It's going to be girly but not childish. So I hope she's gonna like it. She's got a very specific taste. And another thing that I didn't show you is this bench. I don't know if you guys remember this bench. This bench used to be over there in my living room and it used to be, I think it was a blue color, and I had it reupholstered and the fabric is so lovely. I actually got the fabric from Chamdo. If you can see, it's like a creamy beige color with some flecks of brown in it. I got this from Chamdo for, I think it was selling for 49 Rand a meter. And I got about 3 meters to have this bench done. And this is my leftover fabric that they gave to me. And I'm going to put this in my bedroom in the village. So I can't wait to take this as well with me when I go there. It's going to be nice to have it like at the end of the bed. And yeah, I'm going to restyle my room eventually. I don't know if I'll do it this time or I'll do it next time, but whenever I get the chance, I'm going to restyle my bedroom and make it look kind of cozy, kind of nice. So yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited for my next trip. I'm not sure when it's going to be, but I know it's very soon. So stay tuned for that one. I didn't buy a lot of stuff today from the shops. I just got some lemons and oranges and banana. And yeah, I just got some of these. I actually don't buy this a lot anymore, but for some reason, when I don't have them, I always find myself needing them. So I decided to get a few of these, and then I got some ginger, I got some turmeric. I was out of turmeric, and I also got some butter and flour because I want to make muffins, and some peanut butter. Yeah, some crackers for Mahal. Mahal loves crackers, so I got those for her. And I got this for my husband. He uses this because he's got very sensitive skin. So I got this for him from Diskim. And I also got this for myself. It's just a face wash and a cleansing toner and serum and boost hydro boost serum from Diskim. And yeah, that's it. That's all I got. I actually didn't buy a lot of groceries or any groceries this week. We still have enough from last week and we don't really need anything, so I only buy what I need, and that seems to have been working for me for now. And with vegetables, sometimes I buy bulk, chop them up, put them in the freezer. And it's a system that I keep on refining every time, and it seems to be working for me for now. So if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I wanted to make myself a ginger shot, but I don't have a juicer, so I decided to make it using a blender. So in here, I just added one orange and 1.5 lemon and some mint. I normally don't make it with some mint, but I decided, you know what, let me try it differently this time and add some mint. And I also added a teaspoon of turmeric and a teaspoon of cayenne pepper and enough honey. I don't know how much honey I put in there. I just squeezed in as much as I felt was necessary, just to take away the bitterness of the ginger and also the spiciness of the cayenne. And I'm going to do about this much water. So I'm going to do about a teaspoon. I'm going to do about a teaspoon of... After I was done blending it, I just ran it through a sieve just to get most of the pulp out, and just using a spatula, I just swirled it around just to get the pulp away from the bottom and let the juices run into the bowl. And after the first and second round of using a sieve, I also used a cheesecloth to drain it even more and get all of the juices and separate the pulp, and it came out quite nice. I think I should have actually stayed with one lemon and not add the half of it, and because it was too lemony for my liking, but I added in a little bit extra honey just to cut it down a little bit. But yeah, that is what it looked like, and after putting it through a cheesecloth, this is how the juice looks like, and it gets all the color from the turmeric and also from the ginger and lemon and orange, so it's such a nice color and very good for your health. Good to stop from getting all the flus, and also good for your digestion. Turmeric is one of the best things that you can actually use for your digestion to help you with digestion. So yeah, you can try making it and let me know what you think about it. I wanted to show you guys my outfit for today. I'm going to Mohau School. They're having Grandparents' Day today, so um, she doesn't have grandparents here in Joburg, so I'm going to be the grandparent there. I decided I didn't want her to go to school just so she doesn't feel left out, but she sent her teacher to call me and tell me to come to school because she didn't want to miss it. So I have no choice but to go. But yeah, the pants and the top are from Unique. I actually went to Unique to get a clothes the other day, and while I was there, I saw this and the pants. If you've been on my channel now, you know I'm obsessed with this color. So it seems like everywhere I go, this is like the color that I pick, and I tend to gravitate towards. But I've been loving the green, and yeah, it's casual. I feel like it says "cool mom" without trying too hard. And yeah, I want to go to the school now. The event starts at 10:30, so I want to get there on time. I hate being late. So it's cold outside, it's raining. I don't want to feel like I'm trying too hard or stuff like that. So I just wanted to show you what I'm wearing. I love the pins. I want to make some oats crunchies, and I'm also testing out my microphone. So if the sound on the microphone doesn't come out properly, I'll probably do a voiceover. But I wanted to try out some oat crunchies. I haven't made them in a long time. I think the last time I made them, I was probably staying alone. But yeah, I haven't done them in a while, and I don't have rusks in my house. So I thought a better alternative would be to make oats crunchies. today I just wanted to do a little bit of baking just to ease myself into baking. And if you have seen my previous video, I have mentioned that I'm not really good at baking and it's not something that comes naturally to me. But I thought maybe it's about time that I start practicing and making it something that is part of my routine, something that I learn to enjoy, even though I don't hate it. I think maybe because I've never practiced it, it just feels like it's a little bit more difficult than cooking is. But I want to start enjoying it and doing it more often, and seeing that Mahao loves muffins and all those type of things. And yeah, it would be nice if I could make them instead of buying them regularly. I will link the recipe in the description box for any of you who would like to try making oat crunchies. I used to love making them when I was still in high school. I think it was my go-to thing when I felt like having something sweet. But in my recipe here, I actually cut down the amount of sugar that you're supposed to add. I just would like to find out from you, maybe in the comment section, just indicate if your name has been a name that is passed down in the family, or do you have a unique name that was picked out by your parents? And how do you think that name has kind of impacted who you are? Is it a negative impact that it's had on you, or is it a positive one? Or would you feel like you would have preferred to have a different name that maybe wasn't the name that they chose for you? Have you guys ever thought or wondered why you have the name that you have? I think a lot of us have names that have been carried out down from one family member to another, and you sort of identify yourself with the name because of who you got it from. But I think for me, it's quite different, being that I'm the only one in my family that actually is not named after anybody. For a while, I used to feel like that makes me weird. And growing up, feeling like I didn't fit in with, my sister and, the rest of the family, I always felt like I was an outcast, even though I wasn't. But growing up, I started to wonder if maybe the fact that I wasn't named after anybody, because growing up, it was quite common for many of us to be naming our kids after maybe our parents or a relative. But for me, I was the only one that was not named after anyone in my family. It was actually kind of funny. On Wednesday, after I uploaded my video, one of you actually asked me the question, where does the name Unchained come from? They were very intrigued as to why would you choose the name Unchained. I guess the Mama How party is obvious because it's my name, but it's actually a question that has come up quite often. Why the name Mama How Unchained? And no, it's not that I was chained in marriage or somebody in my family was chained as suggested by the comment, but it actually got me thinking as to when I was trying to find a name for my channel. And I kept on thinking on a name that was suitable and creative, and trying to find something that will be unique and boldly me. I tried so hard to come up with a name that was creative, but I just couldn't get to a name that I felt like embodied what I wanted to discuss on my channel. And one day while I was sleeping, I just had this name, Mama How Unchained, coming into my head. And not sure what the unchained part meant for me at that time, but I think over the months, as my channel has progressed and I have continued to express myself on my channel, I think the unchained part is sort of like me freeing myself from what I used to think was holding me back, me freeing myself from worrying about what people think about me, and also feeling free enough to share my stories, to share my experience in life without feeling the restraint or any stress of worrying about what anybody might think about either my journey or my feelings or what I have to say. So it has sort of led me down this path where I don't feel like I'm restricted in my channel, like in terms of topics on what I can discuss, it has kind of been the theme of my channel that I am free. And I have freed myself from being a full-time employee into this space where now I am living my true self. And I don't know, sometimes your life path follows maybe what your name is, or sometimes you get given a name and you sort of like live your life based on what your name is. And it's not that sometimes you just choose to live like that, but I think sometimes a name can be a blessing and a curse, which is why when I wanted to name my child, I was more than happy to give her the name Mohau. Being a married woman, when you get married, especially in most traditions, they will give you a name when you enter the family. And I think it's a huge mistake to accept a name without asking where the name comes from. When I joined the Dibela family, they gave me the name Mama Hau. And a few months into that, I think a few years, let me not say a few months, because it wasn't so long ago that I had the discussion with my mother-in-law as to why the name Mama Hau. And she gave me the meaning for her when she chose that name for me. And I actually loved why she chose the name for me. But when I gave the name to my child to say, you are going to be Mahau, it had a different meaning. And one day I will get to sit with her and tell her why I gave her the name Mohau, because Mohau, for those of you who do not know, means grace. And she has not just been Mohau by name, but her presence in my life and her father's life has felt like we were given a second chance, that God has had grace on us, both individually and also as a married couple, that we can live the life that we have always hoped for. The journey wasn't easy for us to get to a place where we became parents, but it was definitely worth it. And, you know, sometimes you underestimate the impact that a child can have on a marriage, but she has been a blessing in our life. Each and every single day when I start to think about her and her name, I just cannot stop but think about calling her Mohawa Mudim. Normally when I post her on my WhatsApp status, I will always say Mohawa Mudim, because to me she's not just Mohawa, but she's Mohawa Mudimu to us and to her dad and to me. And you know, a true testament of how God can actually show you what you are more than capable of. I never expected how to have such an impact on my life that she has, but having been on this journey with her and with my husband, it has truly been one very special journey. And so, yeah, the name Unchained. The Unchained part is just a name that came to me in a dream, but I think it has kind of been a name that has fully opened doors for me to be able to do what I love and feel free in every area of my life. I have not been chained in marriage, as the question that came on Tuesday actually asked, like, are you chained in marriage? Is somebody in your family feeling chained or restricted? No, this has just said, you know what, I have been freed from sin. I have been freed from restraint. I have been freed from a life of feeling like I have to please anyone, and all that I have to care about is pleasing myself and to please God. And other than that, Mama How Unchained is just who I am and who I hope to share with each and every single one of you. So I hope you guys have enjoyed knowing where the name Unchained comes from. My birth name is Mabatu. For those who do not know, Mabatu means Maschaba, means a mother of the nation. You know, many people have different ways of translating what my name means in English, but it basically means the people's mother. And for a long time, I just didn't know why the name Mabatu. And, you know, my mom told me how she and my dad decided to give me the name Mabatu. And I feel like in most of my life, I have become a mother to so many. And I have cared for so many. And you know, even the kids that are not my own, I feel like I am responsible for them. And when you come across my path, if you are a child, I am definitely going to mother you. If I feel like you're being out of line, or if I feel like you need caring for, I will do that for you. And yeah, it can be a curse and a blessing at the same time. So it has been in there for 25 minutes.
So I got carried away while washing the dishes, and I forgot to check it, so I almost bent it on the side. And also because I used the butter that had a little bit of the syrup in it, so that's why it's a little bit dark around the edges. But I'm just gonna let it cool down for about 15 minutes before I cut into it. And once it has completely cooled down, then I will remove it from the dish. So that's how I made my oats crunchies, and they were quite nice. And you can actually freeze this, because I know that we don't normally eat, these type of things for a long time. I actually took half of it and put it in the freezer, and once we finished like the first half, then I went back and took out the other half from the freezer, and we enjoyed them. Thank you once again for joining me. I am Mama Haudipela, and I hope to see you all very soon in another one. Bye bye.